With Halloween getting close, I thought this would be a fun one to do. This, for many reasons, we're going to end up drawing some candy, something we're familiar with, and just basic candy. So, the first thing I want to start with, this is one of the things that students love when they come to sharpen the paw, is I'm just thinking about, I love those fun size bars. So, I'm writing here the word fun in pencil and then size. My camera does not show that up very well. So I'm going to just zoom it up here, right here for you so you can see, okay, the fun size. And then I want to, let's see if we'll take it. Okay, good. I want it to go through. So this is a neat thing. What I want to be able to do is I want to block in these letters. So I'm taking and tracing around those letters that I'm drawing, and then I'm erasing, just like such. And I really, gosh, that is really darkening it in on the camera there. So not liking that, but I take and I trace around. So this is a way you can end up doing block letters going through. And what I'm going to end up doing, so this doesn't, I don't have to fight it and you're not waiting on me, is I'm going to erase what I draw. You're not going to want to erase till after you're done. So you can still see the font size and they're perfect. So this is what I end up doing. I wrote it in and then I erased it. And then I'm going to take and trace around those letters. I'm looking on the screen here, and this is pretty fun. So fun, funny. It's pretty fun to draw fun size. And just like this, you could spend all afternoon doing. And trust me, I have done it all afternoon doing this. So I've gone through and I want to get this all to fit on a page here. So I'm going to go through. And when I was your age, practiced doing this over and over and over again. So I got the fun size in here. And this is going to be a candy bar. So I'm going to have fun size candy bar, which is pretty big on my page here, perspective wise. I'm going to draw this in right down here. And then I'm going to get the wrapper. So the wrapper kind of closes down. And I'm thinking more like a traditional brand. And I'm going off the page here. I'm not going to get hung up on that. That's not my purpose. I want to get some candy on the page here. So I'm going to draw in here with it down. I am going to zoom out here as I fill in. So chocolate bar is the first thing I thought, which I got a pretty big chocolate bar on a pretty small page. And that's okay if I go through. I'm calling that a fun size bar. Another thing I think about is Tootsie Rolls. Tootsie Rolls are another thing, or candies like this. So I'm just going to go through and I'm going to draw what I'm thinking a Tootsie Roll looks like here today. Put the ends on it like such and going through. And they've got an end. And then there's a twizzled package down like this. Stuff, and that's what I was thinking of as I'm drawing this Tootsie Roll. And I want to get some folds out in here like such, that kind of stuff. And I'm like, ugh, Tootsie Roll, more of a squared off thing. Maybe I'll call that a different piece of candy. And then so notice I'm not erasing. I'm just drawing in another piece of candy, and I keep drawing in. I'm drawing in here, and I'm looking up at my screen to make sure things shine in for you, which is kind of a distraction sometimes. It's not. I'm going to put this end on there, and I kind of like that end. I'm going through. I'm very pleased with how the pencil's showing up on here today. So nice. Going through here. So I got Tootsie Roll here. I've got some space up here. Tootsie Roll kind of candy. I'm going to have to shove another one right in here. Got that little round end. And I'm sticking with that style. I want those same ones all throughout. All throughout. Again, these wrappers kind of folded in here. And there's no right or wrong way of doing this. Something else I think of when I think of Halloween, I think of these candy corns. I'm not a fan of them, but I definitely think of candy corn. So going through, I got this candy corn in here, and I'm like, oh, I know the white's the smallest part on it, so I'm going to move that in here like such. And I get that in there. And what's nice about this with the pencil is when I color it in, a lot of my blemishes are going to get covered up. So I'm drawing a candy corn down here. And I'm just taking a look, and I'm going to fill the candy corns in with anywhere else that there's this white space I want to fill in, and turning them different directions. And candy corns, if you get them in the package, are not always perfect. So I've got this space in here. I'm going through, I'm like, oh, nice, nice, nice. And then I'm like, is there anything else I associate with Halloween? I got most of my white space filled in there. Then I'm going to go through, and I suggest crayon. Suggest crayon for coloring this one. It really makes it pop and makes it look great. Again, if you're wanting to use colored pencil markers, that's fine as well. Like, you're going to be in trouble for it. Brown. I only have one shade of brown that's in my box of crayons. So I'm going to take and I'm going to color in the fun size with the brown really, really light. Is what I can do. So I could do fun. Or I could even do it gray like they do on a certain chocolate Hershey bar wrapper that, but see, I'm just using the same color brown and I'm just going around and I'm coloring really dark and really light because I just want you to see that this kind of thing. Crayons, I think, don't get enough credit. I did not ink this over. I just realized as I'm going through, I usually like to ink over and really make it pop out. And that's totally fine that I didn't. Sometimes we just change. So you may want to ink it before you start coloring in. I get through and I've got a screen I'm looking at, dog under feet, time here in the afternoon going through as I'm recording, and time counting down. So I've got that going through the coloring in, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to finish that. Again, taking my colors, I'm grabbing, and what I end up doing is so I don't forget, I'm like grabbing, I'm like, oh, what orange do I want to use? This is going to be my orange I'm committing to for the candy corn. So I'm going to go through and I end up coloring all the parts orange. I'm going to color in. And that's however you feel comfortable with it. Again, I'm like, oh, I'm feeling better now that I color the candy corn about not inking. The screen here is looking very yellow. I'm going to grab yellow speaking of which for the candy corn. I'm hoping it will not, it'll balance out on there. Okay, good. You can see a difference in there. I was like, oh no. Nothing's worse than it's not coming out on screen or camera like I want it to. So there we go. I've got those candy corns colored in there. And then this was kind of my idea, that Tootsie Roll kind of wrapper. And color this right in here, the red right here. And then the Tootsie Roll, you could go through and you could put a symbol. I thought about drawing a star in the middle here. But really keeping with my color theme. So I've got that brown again in there, and the brown again on the Tootsie Roll wrapper, it gets colored in pretty tight. So I'm taking that and going to color in really tight for all those wrappers like such in it. And then the ends, I'm just going to leave white like that going through. My background color, I'm leaning towards, I don't, this, what's this color here? I can't even read it. This red violet, not a color I usually use that often. I think it would be great for the background here, really make all this pop out. So I've got all around here. That's what I'm going to color in with it. So taking and coloring around all my shapes, really make it pop out. I'm going to pause the video here and then color it so you're not having to watch it. Again, do what you feel comfortable with. You can go through. I really wanted to keep with the color theme and just use a few colors, and I wanted to use crayons. So here we go. I'll pause for one moment. Okay, so now I've colored in, and oh, it's looking so funny under the camera there. I got the two browns in there and everything like that. I don't feel like the camera is capturing as well as I'd like it to, but having fun with this, I would go through and, I always reflect on drawing, and I would like, I think I would do a bigger piece of paper, number one. And I think I would make the candy smaller, these little Tootsie Roll sizes in perspective, and the candy corns. Then I was also thinking the candy corns are kind of fun. And when I was a kid, they had Brock's candy, the different shapes of candy. Almost doing them all in wrappers could be fun as well. Have fun, take your own spin on it. I'm looking at this and thinking, oh gosh, I could go draw candy constantly. I'll take a candy bar wrapper and take something and do a perspective drawing of it, and a lot of fun just taking anything and taking a look at it. Crayon could be fun just to look at as well. So have fun with it. Please share your drawings with your teachers. We love seeing your creativeness. We miss not having art up in our wall in the school. So please have fun with it.